Joining me today is Andru Volinsky, who's running for the Executive Council seat in District 2. Andru, I want to continue talking about sort of the role of the council. You know, I haven't looked at a variety of other states' governments, but I got to think the Executive Council in New Hampshire is almost unique, if not unique, among the states, where every contract and other major hires come before a group of 5 people.
Right.
I mean, it's almost complete opposite of the House. There's like 4 million people elected to the House, and then there's 5 executive counselors.
Right.
Talk to me a little bit about what you see as the major functions of the Executive Council.
Well, you're not alone. I think the Executive Council is the most powerful state body that no one knows about. So it impacts everyday lives throughout the state. Every contract more than $25,000 has to be approved by the council. You can't buy light bulbs for the state without crossing that $25,000 threshold. So a lot of mundane purchases go through the council and have to be approved. But at times the council also plays politics. So the Planned Parenthood contract was before the Executive Council simply because it's more than $25,000. And some of the councilors decided to play politics with it, and as a result interfered with birth control, cancer screening, annual examinations for women and men throughout the state. 12,000 patients a year with Planned Parenthood. So it impacts us in that way. Any licensing board in the state, accountants, plumbers, medical, mental health,
hairdressers, I mean everything.
So again, should be a screening function, but again, at times the council plays politics. So there was a fellow nominated for the electricians board. He happens to be the chief of training for the IBEW, the electricians union. No one knows more about electrical safety and codes than he. The council rejected him because he's a union person. And that rejection denied you and me the benefit of all of that knowledge. So that's the other way. And then, of course, the council has to confirm all the judges in the state. So whether you're the local district court judge or the Supreme Court justice, your nomination goes before the council. And judges, if you're in traffic court, if you're in small claims, if you have a marital matter, all impact our lives. And again, politics reared its head with the council. They rejected a really well-qualified woman who's been a public defender for 20 years, Dottie Graham, because the counselors, a couple of them, as a public defender, they accused her of supporting crime. I'm a former public defender. I understand how hard it is to provide counsel to people accused of crime. And those counselors either don't understand the Constitution or don't care what it means. So it's those ways that the council affects us. Oh, the council also approves the 10-year transportation plan. So we have an aging population. I think we should be thinking about things like commuter rail to make better the connection between New Hampshire and the Boston market in both directions, and to help attract a younger working population. The council rejected a $4 million federal planning grant. It was all federal money, but for ideological reasons, the council rejected it. So those are all ways that the council directly impacts our lives, and people largely are unaware of it.
It's when you list out the things that the council does, it's absolutely amazing. It's also amazing that I don't know what our total budget is offhand, but $25,000 is a drop in the bucket.
It is. It's very low.
And so there must be a ton of mundane things, but these big things, the 10-year transportation plan, that's not in stone, but it's a guideline for where we're going to go with policy.
Right, and it's not just policy. Infrastructure expenditures, which the council has to approve, really are investments in communities. And if you do it right and you look for local vendors, you're in a position to support the local economy.
So the council role is there. We got about 30 seconds left. You talk about sort of politics. Can politics really be stripped out of this process?
I think it'd be too much to hope for. But I think if we really focus on the economic stewardship function of the council, we can reduce the impact of just pure partisan politics at the council level.
Okay, we're out of time in this segment. When we return, we're going to continue our conversation. I'm going to focus on education issues, so please stay with us.